Welcome to From Betrayal to Breakthrough, and here is a mini dose of Dr. Debbie where I'm sharing tips, suggestions, strategies, and sometimes just motivation to have you move past your betrayal once and for all. Hi there. So I don't have to tell you, betrayal hurts. This is a pain like no other. It is one of the most painful of the human experiences. Actually, out of the 3 discoveries made in my PhD study, the first discovery was that betrayal is a different type of trauma that needs its own way to heal. If you've been through other traumas, you know that. You know how different it is. And it is different. It's different because it impacts the self. It shatters the self. Think about it. Rejection, abandonment, belonging, confidence, worthiness, trust. Those things are all shattered when we've been betrayed. And it hurts so much because we're not, we could be, but it doesn't affect us as much. We're not betrayed by the people we don't know. It's the people we're the closest to. And when they pull a mask off and reveal who they've been that whole time, it's a shock. And it's a shock to the body, to the mind, to the heart. I did 2 TEDx talks, and the second one, do you have post-betrayal syndrome? When I did that TEDx talk, I wanted to really have people understand the depth of what betrayal does. So I want to share a little piece of that. And then I just wrote a blog post, feeling overwhelmed and in shock after betrayal, 7 steps to regain control. I want to help you. So if you're in the early stages of betrayal, you're going to get so much out of this episode. So from the TEDx, do you have post-betrayal syndrome? You couldn't brace yourself because you never saw it coming. You didn't have your guard up because you thought you were safe. It never crossed your mind that the person you loved, you trusted, you felt safe with would hurt you. So because of that, you gave your heart, your trust, your loyalty, your love. Then one day, out of the blue, you make a painful discovery. And in that one life-altering moment, it gets forever tattooed on the mind and on the heart. It's as if the person you love, the one you trusted, just took a mask off, revealing who they've been this whole time. Your heart breaks, and the pain is so raw, so real, so all-consuming, you can barely breathe. You feel like you got sucker punched. Nothing makes sense. So you frantically start questioning everything, including yourself. How did this happen? How did I not know? The shock, the lies, the deception. You feel so rejected, so abandoned, so alone. You don't know what to think. You don't know what to feel. You don't know what to do. The only thing you know for sure is that life will never be the same. That's what it feels like to be blindsided by betrayal. So if you've been betrayed, that feeling is all too familiar. With that, I want to give you 7 steps to help regain a sense of control, because that's what happens. Your world feels completely like it's not the world you knew at all. The bottom has bottomed out on you. A new bottom hasn't been formed yet. It's absolutely terrifying. So what do you do as you're trying to find that solid ground again? So the first thing, acknowledge and honor your feelings. When we have a saying within the PBT Institute, and it's face it, feel it, heal it. And that's exactly what you need to do. These are intense emotions, and it could be anything from sadness, anger, rage, anxiety, anything. Your emotions will be all over the board, and it's totally, totally normal. But when you're trying to numb, avoid, distract, and because these feelings are so uncomfortable to face and feel, what you're actually doing is prolonging the pain. And there were 3 groups in the study who did not heal. One group was the group that was numbing, avoiding, distracting. They ran to their doctor, who put them on a mood stabilizer or an anti-anxiety medication. They were drinking, they were numbing in front of the TV, they were emotionally eating. And it numbed a bit, but it did not help them move through this experience. It prolonged it. So acknowledge and honor your feelings. They're big and they need to be heard, felt, seen. Number 2, breathe to ground yourself. Breathing is really, really helpful. It reminds us of back in the day, your grandma may have said, take a deep breath, right? There's a good reason. Your nervous system is so dysregulated, it helps to regulate your nervous system and bring your body sort of back online, especially after a trigger. So maybe you do 4 counts in, hold for 4 counts, 4 counts out. Something so simple like that helps to ground yourself again. Number 3, establish a sense of safety. So here's where you want to create a space where you feel safe in your surrounding, because safety has been, the bottom of the hierarchy of needs, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, safety and security. Your safety's shattered. So you need to feel safe again. And how do we do that? We need to create a safe space. So many of you may be living with your betrayer and you don't feel safe in your own space. Well, create a safe space for yourself. It could be a little corner of a room where you just have, let's say, a cozy blanket and a pillow and a journal and something, whatever it is, a place, a space that you feel is a quiet retreat so that you can just get your thoughts together. That's where you can calm down. That's where you can think straight. 4, anchor yourself in the present. It's really natural for us to go through all the what ifs and the whys and reliving the moment so many times. It's so exhausting, but you want to pull yourself back to the present. You want to feel your feet on the ground. You want to even something like holding a rock or something, just to feel the texture. Bringing yourself back to your body is really, really important, because the mind will absolutely hijack us, and we need to get back in our body, back to that sense of a safe and secure space, and be at peace in our own body. So sometimes physically just touching something gives us that, rubbing your hand, rubbing your arm, something like that. The next one, seek support. Be very careful here. It is very important to seek support, but the right type of support. So friends, for example, you want to be careful who you share this with, because some friends, they all may have the best of intentions, but they don't know how to support you during this time. So some, may just, everybody's coming through their lens, that they cannot come from any other space. So they're coming from the lens of they just want you both to be okay. So maybe they minimize it. Or maybe they just don't know what to do. So they're saying things that are just hurtful or insulting, or they haven't been there, so they don't get the depth of it. So be careful who you share this with as far as your friends go. When it comes to professional support, be extra careful. We have so many people who come into the PBT Institute with therapy trauma. You may have heard me say this on other episodes. Well-meaning therapists, great at helping their patients or clients feel heard, validated, understood. But when you're moving through the 5 stages from betrayal to breakthrough, yes, it's important to feel heard, validated, and understood. But after a certain point, if that's all you're doing and you're not an inch closer to the next stage, it's actually solidifying your space and your spot in stage 3, the hardest place to move from, and the place we get stuck the most often. So yes, you need to unload, you need to unpack, but you need to do more than that if it means moving through the stages. Let's say you want to rebuild and you're working on, you decide to go to couples counseling. This is tricky too. You both need to do your own individual work. It's a full-on reckoning for both of you. The old betrayer and everything that went with that has to be shattered. The old you, as far as maybe you didn't have boundaries in place. Maybe you didn't speak up about your needs, whatever it is. I don't know your scenario, so I don't know for sure, but all of that needs to be accessed and cleared and reset and reworked so that you build something beautiful. If the only goal is to kind of get you both okay, it's minimizing it on both ends. The betrayer doesn't have to do the hard work of changing. The betrayed never feels like they really are getting what they need, and both are walking away kind of, not having the deep understanding that needs to happen if you're going to build something entirely new. I also want to mention support groups, well-meaning support groups, but if all you have in common is the problem, and then these become your people, what I have seen so many times is you will actually sabotage your healing because now you don't want to outgrow your people, right? So you want to find a group that lifts and inspires and encourages you to heal versus one where you only feel like you belong if you stay stuck. That will keep you stuck. And of course, this is all we do within the PBT Institute. We predictably move you through the 5 stages from betrayal to breakthrough. Our coaches are all trained in the 5 stages, and we have the type of support to lift and inspire. So it's all designed based on what the research proved we need as we're moving through. We need support. And this is a time where we're the least likely to seek it because we're so ashamed and we're so embarrassed. We're in a club we never wanted to be in. We didn't even do it, and here we are feeling all these things. So we desperately need support from people who get it, but from support as well from people who are out the other side, so they can share how they got there, so you can too. So be very careful when it comes to seeking support. It's necessary, but it's the right type of support that's necessary. Focus on what you can control. This is number 6. When you feel like your life has been completely upended and everything is out of your control, you've lost control. Your hand is off the wheel. You want to feel like, I want to have my hands back on the wheel again. Well, how do you do that? It could be something as simple as what you can control with how you spend your time or the people you spend your time with. Or this is where even how you move or what you're eating. These are things that they may seem, well, why am I worried about what I'm eating and how I'm exercising when I've been betrayed? It's because those may be things that you feel are the only things you have control of. And it's really important to grab the reins again and grab that wheel again. So it's very important to grab hold of whatever it is you feel you can control when you feel life has been completely taken out of your control. And start small here. Number 7, visualize your future self. And I know from where you're at, this may seem really hard. Future self, I can't even make it through the day. But you can. And if the version of you today can barely make it through the day, well, then your future self is getting out of the bed and making it through the day. And then the future self past that is not only getting out of bed and making it through the day, is kind of feeling good. And then the next version after that has healed from this type of trauma and is doing something really good with something really painful, and realizes how lovable, worthy, and deserving he or she is, and realizes that new boundaries needed to be implemented, and realize they're now ready for a new career or relationship or level of health or whatever. These are all things that happen as we're moving through the 5 stages from betrayal to breakthrough. But nothing happens if we can't imagine a different version of ourselves, because your mind is here to help you with whatever it is you decide you want to create. It doesn't know the difference. So if you can at least see a version of you that is healthy, whole, healed, whatever that means from where you are right now, well, then there's the image, there's the picture, and you're working towards that. But if you're coming at this saying, I can never heal from this, I can never change, I'll never feel better, well, then your mind's like, oh, okay, I guess that's true. So this is where visualizing is so important. And I know from where you're at, it may seem impossible to imagine this whole, healthy, healed, confident version of you. But even if you just imagine a version of you a little bit healthier, a little bit happier, a little bit more confident, whatever that looks like, go there for now. And then you get there and you do it again. And then you get there and you do it again, and you keep building and building and building. So just to review again, these 7 steps to regain control. Number 1, acknowledge and honor your feelings. Do not numb, avoid, distract. It will only keep things exactly where they are and halt your healing. And then on top of that, You're going to be spending your time managing and suppressing symptoms of post-betrayal syndrome. This is why we get stuck in stage 3. But if you honor and acknowledge those feelings, you can move through them. And that's exactly what you'll do. Number 2, breathe to ground yourself. Breathing, something as simple as breathing, but use it when you need to. And it's a way to get yourself back, get that nervous system regulated again. Something as simple as breathe in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4. Number 3, establish a sense of safety, a space where you can feel comfortable, that you create, that has the things in it that make you feel you can breathe and feel comfortable in. Anchor yourself in the present. This can be holding on to something, just touching your hands or touching your arm to remind yourself you're back in your body. Seek support, but make sure you're seeking the right type of support. The wrong support does more harm than good. The right type of support gives you what you need to continue to move forward and can show you what healing looks like. So there's a sort of a path for you. Focus on what you can control. This is so important. Remember, so many things have been taken out of your control. So you want to start by focusing on what you can control, whether that's what you wear, what you eat, how you move, the people you visit, whatever that is. It is completely and totally up to you. And then finally, 7, visualize your future self. Take this in whatever step you need to. If you can only visualize the version of you who's just a fraction more healed, go there. Do that and keep going and going and going. I know how hard this journey is. For those of you who know my story, you know I've been there. I've been there. And there wasn't a roadmap. There wasn't a program. There wasn't a complete holistic process. There wasn't a research-based solution and way to heal. So it's been created for you. All of that is available within the PBT Institute in our most popular program, Reclaim. You're working with our certified coaches. You're going to daily classes. Each of our coaches specialize in all different things needed to heal, whether it's forgiveness and reconciliation, separation and divorce, self-growth, mindset, all the things you need, because at different stages, you need different things. The somatic body-based healing, all of it, because the issues are in the tissues. We have all of it for you. Open Q&A with me, where I'm answering all of your questions and so much more. Our signature program, which literally moves you through the stages. Don't stay stuck. Don't stay stuck. So everything is at the PBT, as in Post-Betrayal Transformation, thepbtinstitute.com. I hope you realize how worthy, lovable, deserving you are. And if you're stuck, no need to stay stuck anymore. Let us help you. Let us help you move through the 5 stages from betrayal to breakthrough, so you can take your biggest trauma and turn it into something so incredible, a story so significant, filled with so much meaning, so you can realize that yes, this happened to you, but it wasn't about you. And you do something really good with something really painful. So I hope that helps, and I'll see you next time. You need the right tools, support, and the right community to move through the 5 stages from betrayal to breakthrough. And we have all that within the PBT Institute. So join us at the PBT, as in Post-Betrayal Transformation, thepbtinstitute.com. There's a version of you who's so confident, healthy, peaceful, and happy on the other end of your healing. And we can't wait to help you get there. We got you. Thanks for listening. And here's to your breakthrough.